3 kids and don't worry about getting a job. And the mindset of that is hard to shake. So I remember working myself off of welfare, working 3 jobs to raise 6 children. I remember being homeless. I remember eating in soup lines. I get it. I still try to remain humble, but what I need to do now in my now life and my future life is to, as they say, celebrate myself. I don't, I don't, kind of, I don't celebrate stuff enough. I don't want some, I mean, I get the whole applaud, okay, but I don't celebrate me. I think that a lot of times, like I wanted to start a 501c called Wendy, Women Empowering, Nurturing, Developing Young Ladies, because we go from playing with baby dolls to going to having a boyfriend to a baby. We miss something. We miss something all the time in life. So I need to start celebrating me. And I think that with this video and talking about shields, that's my take on the video, is that now I need to, congratulate my new and my future O. My now O and my future O. That's what I'm going to start working on.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. No, it's fine.
You know what? That was powerful, Dream. Thank you so much for that, because that's even your own testimony, what things you've been to, may resonate with a lot of us that's on here right now. Because let's be real, okay? Let's be real. Everybody that's on right now, we one paycheck from being homeless, right? One paycheck, and so that's the real talk. I don't care where you are, what you make. I don't care. It does not matter. Okay. Because the fact of the matter is that, certain things we weren't taught as coming up, right? We weren't taught to invest. We weren't taught to save. We weren't taught to, do different things that's going to secure our financial future. Right. And so therefore, we don't have it, and so, like I said, I referenced my, a friend of mine who now needs help saving her house. She's in that same scenario where she is one paycheck from being homeless. And here's the thing, we have to change the way our outlook. Okay. So I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're a millennial, a baby boomer. I don't care how old you are. We have to change the way we see things. We're not rich. Nobody on here is rich. Nobody on here was born with a silver spoon in their mouth, right? Nobody, and so therefore we don't have an inheritance. So when will it stop? Stop that whole cycle of life, that we can now start being, say, hey, listen, it ends with me. It ends with me, and so therefore, I'm going to stop it right now. Rather it's travel business, wherever is my nonprofit, wherever it's going to be. When will it stop? And so we had to draw the line. And so thank you so much, Dream, for sharing that. I do appreciate you. And so thank you. Anyone else? Go ahead, Alicia.
I got something to say.
Go ahead, honey. Go ahead. Let it rock.
I really, I love the open conversation or whatever. And it really, until a week or two ago, it just dawned on me. I'm 37, about to be 38 in October, right? Mm-hmm. And I just started finding who I am. I've lived a life of trying to, I'm exhausted, but I'm exhausted for living for everyone else but myself. Mm-hmm. Putting their passions before my own. So now I'm tired when it comes to me, which has made me lazy. Thinking that I'm doing everything that I can to run my business, to do what I need to do for me, but I'm not doing it because I'm so exhausted from doing it for everyone else, thinking that that's my dream, that's my passion, or whatnot. So I just want, dialogue, how real are we being with ourselves? Looking in the mirror yeah, I got this, but nah, I ain't really got this, man. This is somebody else's dream. What I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? How many of us can really be real with ourselves? That takes a lot of courage, I'll say.
Alicia, so you're right. So it does take a lot of courage because, we don't want to disappoint ourselves, right? And we paint this picture to the world, that, we got it. We got it. You know what I'm saying? But, in a quiet time when you're at home and those bills are laid before you, and you're like, man, what should I do? You know what I'm saying? And so, and then, we have to realize that we are the most important thing to ourselves. And we have to cut the apron string to everybody else. I'm talking about, I mean, if your kids are of age, like my kids, I have a 25, 22, and a 17-year-old. So that 25, 22-year-old, I have to cut the apron string, and so, and I have to, and my family members, I have a twin brother, who's going through some difficulties right now, right? My twin. I was in the womb with this dude. We shared the same amniotic fluid, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I have to say, listen, Andre, you have to, decide on your purpose, what you're going to do, your future for you and your family, your wife, versus, everybody else. And I can't, like I said, I told you what my wife said to me, you have to cut it off because, I mean, we don't want to see people suffering, right? None of us do. We don't want to see nobody suffering and going through. But we have to get ourselves in position first. And what's good about, I'm going to turn it back over towards the direction of being inside Traverse Global. I'm going to say this. I'm first going to say this. I'm not going to say that Traverse Global is the end all to all. Okay. I'm not going to say that. We all may have other things that we're doing. Okay. But this added to what you are doing. If it's added to your paycheck, if it's added to your business, if it's added to whatever, you know what I'm saying? You have to look at this as being something that could be self-sustaining for a long time. And with that, I'm saying, why not make the best of this or work it to its fullest so that it can provide the results that you are searching for, right? And so it can do that. Me being in a position of international executive, and I have to give you my story real quick. And I know we have to go on with this session, but I'm still on what that video was about. Me being in the position of international executive, my wife and I, when we first started, she started the business. Now, what I do, I am a licensed X-ray technologist. I've been in X-ray for coming up on 20 years now. And so I don't work full-time as an X-ray technologist. I work registry. So I work whenever they call me and say, hey, they ask me, am I available to work? And I'll say yes or no. If I'm available, if I feel like going in, what have you, then I'll do it. Also, so that's what I've been doing for the last 20 years. But then also for the last 10 years, I've been flipping houses. Okay. Me and my partner, we do that, flip houses. And so, and then I have this business. So anyways, when we first saw this business, 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago, my wife, it was so funny because the young lady invited us to the meeting, and it was actually our executive Diamond and Lane Harris' first meeting, first presentation, first time she ever did a presentation. I think she was a national or she was a regional or something like that. She did a presentation, and anyway, put it like this. Mr. Guilty was a regional. Was he a regional? He was an executive Diamond when I joined the business. All right, and so when we were there in the room, I was in a car. My wife went up to the meeting. I was in a car, and so what she said to me, she called me on the phone and said, "Listen, you need to get up here right now, right? Because we travel like 4 or 5 times a year, and it was like now is an opportunity for us to continue on what we were doing, but now we're able to get paid for it right off on our taxes and so on and so forth." And so I was like, I'm sitting in the car because the very next day that we had this presentation, I had a closing on a house. I had to get prepared. And so I went inside and I saw what this business had to offer. And I was like, look, baby, go ahead, do what you're going to do, right? Go do what you're going to do. And so she went ahead and signed up. She took off. She told some people, and she posted that she was now a travel agent. And what happened was that she immediately got 2 business partners, right? And then she she had a booking for a trip. And so I still wasn't buying into it. I was like, you do your thing. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But however, so what I started to watch it was a month later that it was a trip down to Atlanta with David Guilty, and he and I rode in the car together. And I had an opportunity to go down to Atlanta for a Super Saturday and see. And Atlanta, was the mecca of Traverse Global. It was the mecca. I mean, like, it was so many people in Traverse Global. And so, but in Atlanta. So, and then when I saw an opportunity for all these people that's standing in front of the room making this money that this company had to offer, I was like, listen, I'm in. Whatever it is, I'm in. So on the way back, we were executives in the company. On the way back on the road from Atlanta to Chicago, we hit regional, got back to Chicago. 2 weeks later, we hit national. It was 6 months later, then we hit international executive. And so I say that to say this. I say that when you get focused, connect with the people, because I didn't do it by myself, because all while on the road with Mr. Guilty, what happened was I was on the phone. I didn't know nothing about the business. Remember, I told you my wife was the person in the business. I knew nothing about the business. And so what I did was on the phone, I called up people. I messed up the three-way call. I said, hey, listen, me and Erica just started this travel thing, and listen, I got somebody you need to talk to. That's what I did. The most horrible three-way call ever. Right, but what happened was, like I said, we went from regional from executive to regional, and then I started to learn this business, immerse myself in this business. I was able to communicate this business with people, which took us to the level of international executive 6 months later. And so some of you don't know what international executive is. I'm going to hit you with it, then we'll move on. International executive is this. It is when you have 15 people direct to you. 15 people direct to you. Out of that 15, you have 3 individuals that have 10 people direct to them. And so what does that do? That now puts you in a position of international executive, and you now start earning an additional $600 per month on top of everything else that you do, on top of your bookings, on top of everything. So to make it simple, the type of income that you earn being an international executive is this: from $900 a month residually paid to us. They say the 15th of every month, but it's always the 13th, the 12th, the 14th of the month. Paid to you each and every month, no less than like $900 a month. That's the base for being an international executive. But it goes up to $3,500 a month. I'm just saying $3,500. It's more or less, okay? But it's $3,500. It's from $900 to $3,500 a month as an international executive. So let me ask you this: so what would that extra $3,500 do for what you're already making at your job coming in a month? How many bills could that pay? Not even $3,500. Let's talk to $900. How many bills can that pay in your household? Being an international executive. But that's not what Grassroots is designed for. Being an international executive, Grassroots is designed for you getting your business off the ground and you hitting national executive, okay? And so we're going to go ahead, thank you all for watching that video. Like I said, I'm going to post it inside of the group. But we have to move on. We have to get this, get going with what this session is about. So you all had homework, and I thank you all for hopping on tonight. I thank each and every one of you for hopping on tonight. We had orientation last week, but tonight is the kickoff. It's the day 1 of Grassroots. I know you can't see my face, okay? I don't know what's going on my computer, but I refuse to stop it because I like this energy, this vibe that's going on. I stopped it. It didn't come in. When I logged back in, it still didn't come back. But however, you know that I'm hyped up. And Alicia, you know how hyped up I can get, right?
Yes.
And animated and stuff, right? But however, too bad you all can't see it. I guess, I don't know. It was in the atmosphere.
We hear it.
We feel your energy.
You feel my energy? Okay. All right. So you guys were assigned, like each and every week in Grassroots, you're going to be assigned a mission. And so that mission was to check out Grassroots 1 and 1.1. So I want to just ask right now, who all checked out Grassroots 1 and 1.1? Please, Dream, go ahead. High five, Dream. Dream, you on my list tonight. Day 1. That's right.
All right, everyone.
Who else? Who else checked out Grassroots 1 and 1.1? Latasha,
I know my accountability partner did hers too.
Alicia, go ahead. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, lovers rock. I don't know what that means, but hey, I'm with you on that. All right. So, all right, high five to you, honey. That's right. So listen, Grassroots 1, 1.1. So what we want to do right now, we want to open it up to you all just to see what you got from those videos, what you got from seeing what that, each in the Grassroots 1 and Grassroots 1.1. So please do us a favor, unmute yourself, just share with us real quick what you got from that.
Before y'all do that, because I know y'all trying to decide if y'all want to, who gonna go first. But
right. It was like double dutch. I was waiting.
Right. Did you all get your accountability partners? Did you text them and let them know that Grassroots is going on right now and we miss them and need them on the line? Oops.
Chris, thank you so much for doing that.
Well, my accountability partner is in somewhere out of the country.
Out of the country, just living the lifestyle, right? That's okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Listen, you all. So you have to.
My partner here.
I see Miss Chris online. I didn't text her, but she's there.
My accountability partner is at work.
At work, that's okay. That's all right. She's getting that money. We can't hate on that. But however, you did your part, right? You know she's at work. If she went to work, you're sending the message, right? But each and every one of you all, you have accountability partners. So you have to be, you have to hold them accountable for this program and for their business, okay? And so thank you, Ms. Alicia, for even bringing that up, because that's so important, right? Alicia, it's so important that because, we didn't say, select accountability partners just for the sake of saying, for saying it. It's the fact that, of course, we have life going on, right? Everybody has life. Everybody has work. They have kids. They have this. And we tend to forget. We can't hold it. We can't count that against them. But however, we have to hold them accountable, saying, hey, listen, this is what our mission was this week. Did you do it? What you get from it? How did it help you? And so on and so forth. And so,
real quick, y'all. So I'm sorry, Dre.
Oh, go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
And you have to hold yourself accountable. I know it seems like we all over the place, but I'm just really feeling really hyped right now. Like I had an unexpected procedure yesterday. My mom just had a stroke, but I had to hold myself accountable. And I felt that this is my responsibility, you know what I'm saying, to you all, so that you gain some knowledge, you know what I'm saying? So thank you all for being on as well and holding yourselves accountable so you can see what's going on, get that knowledge. But guess what? Y'all not off the hook yet, though. I still want to hear from y'all and know what y'all got from 1 and 1.1. I'm listening.
I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing. I just want to say this because, so many people would say, hey, listen, my mama had a stroke. I had this procedure, but Miss Alicia, what happens is that, I have to commend you for not letting that hold you back. I pray that, that you and your mom, have a speedy recovery and that, just know that if you had decided not to be on today, it would have been okay. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that, because you're here today, that there's an obligation. Obligation is to your health first. Okay. Your health first. And then the person you love, you only get one mother. Right. And so to spend that time with her, to give her what she needs, we would totally understand that. And so I just want to take my hat off to you, say, thank you for making that commitment and sticking to that commitment that you made to be here, but you don't have to be here. But I like what you said that, your commitment is something that, you committed to this program, committed to these people that's in this program. And so you're not gonna let nothing hold you back from, that and what you committed to. So thank you so much for that. And I appreciate it. If you need to hop off. If you need to do what you need to do it. Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So back to it. So who Grassroots 1, Grassroots 1.1, let's talk about it. Go right ahead. Feel free to unmute yourself and let's get it going.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Who is
Okay.
this?
It's your girl, Stream.
What's up, Dream? I actually cut off my screen because I'm preparing something. Go ahead.
I think the most that I got out of it is the commitment piece. And when because you had to listen to the mindset book, because that was part of your assignment.
Yes.
The book I got was commit to yourself for a year and commit. And then he said the Rich Dad Poor Dad was commit to yourself for 5 years. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm right at the mark.
Yeah.
Counting, I'm ready. So I think that I'm definitely committed. I just need to get out of my own way, work on self-image, and from tonight's video is to forgive. I'm getting a shirt. My shirt gonna say "My Future O." I'm probably wear it every day, but that's what I got. Like even from that, listen to that, and tonight is that I need to forgive myself, work on my self-image, and I'm already committed. I know I am because, like I said, it's been 4 years. So I just need to work on the self-image and forgive and kind of work on me, addressing me. I think once I get that done, I think I'll see better results in the business.
I love that, and I thank you for sharing that. Absolutely, and that was the mission to take. Inside Grassroots 1 is take a look at that. For you all to understand that we're all about mindset, transforming your mind from being an employee to an entrepreneur. To transfer, because we want you to grow in this business as an entrepreneur, and so making the shift is our very first video. And Dream, I thank you for sharing with us with that. What your takeaways from that, and we're going to ask everyone to do that. To share with us what you got from the mission 1.1. But we're gonna lead into that in just one moment. But Dream, you know what? I'm going to get back to you because I have some things I have the comments on that, but I want to stick with what we got going on. So that would Dream. You might. Nah, I'm joking. But go ahead, Alicia. Go ahead. Let's talk about the the website real quick. Let's get that out of the way so we can move into the making the shift.
Are you all, so I'm going to share my screen, but I don't know. I know we have some new people, some people that have been in the business for quite some time, but is everyone aware of the teamexplosion.net, the team website? Let me just share that really quick.
Yes.
Hold on. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is really beneficial. I'm going to go until we have the team web pages, Team Explosion. That's for all the teams. We have special ops. But this has a lot of things in regards to training. For those, or a few people that have only been in the business for a month or two or whatnot. So really go in here and take a look. So become a travel professional. I'm just going to go through this really quick. And it is password protected. So please don't give it out. This is the opportunity video. You can get to know, I've learned a lot for myself, not just, for prospects that, you may want to be in the business. It talks about tax advantages. People, a lot of times they don't understand why it's good to have a home-based business and what the advantages are, versus on the IRS versus, you're getting something back from it, right? We have this entrepreneurial academy showing values and tips. Just a second. There we go. How to have a successful travel business. Miss Mary Eccles did that video. Miss Nicole with all her energy and showing you how to get prospects. I'm tongue-tied, sorry. Prospects and quick tips. How to get a three-way done. Like, I'm so excited. We have a training coming up for you guys that we'll be doing on three-way calls, etiquette, all of that good stuff or whatnot. Fortune in the follow-up. How many of us get a prospect, give them the video, and never talk to them again? We may text them once, oh, they didn't respond. Okay, whatever. And then that's just it. And they may really want it, but they want more exposure to the business or whatnot. So this is a really good video as well. And then, of course, we have the training. Ongoing training, this culture over company. I seen that earlier today, right? So there's so much. We don't just bring you into business for you to just learn on your own or whatnot. There's something for new partners in the business. I know, forgive me, Miss Kamaya and Tamara, they do new member orientations. I think it's every other Wednesday or something like that, but it's on here as well. They have that for you. There's just a host of things on this website. Again, theteamexplosion.net. There's an orientation video. I believe Miss Ashley, she did that video. The survival kit. There's just ongoing. I get so excited about it because there's so many questions that everyone asks inside of the unit pages, but a lot of the questions that can be answered are right here on the team website. A lot of the videos that you see in the team unit pages, we have, me and Miss Harry and some others, we worked on this website, redoing this and adding all of this stuff to the team website, so you have a one-stop shop where, hey, I know where to go, right? Travel training, mindset and audio. Mindset is so important when you're in business, especially when coming from everyday working to being an entrepreneur if you've never done it before. We thought about everything on here. So we have all of these on there. So take a moment, peruse. Some of the links are on here or just some things that you can find on YouTube. I use, what's it called? I can't think of it. Cloud, the cloud something.
I don't know.
Yeah, but if you Google some of this stuff, it'll be on there. A lot of stuff they did take off, for copyright issues, but it can be found. If you ever go on here and you can't find something, please let us know so that we can, try and get that put up there. There's travel training on here, right? A lot of us are just wanting to book travel or, dabbing into building a team or whatnot. We thought of all of that. How to book a Navy peer group cruise. I think that was done by Miss Billy on the team. How to build a website for your business, all of that. And I know Miss Harry recently added some new videos on here as well. Airbnb training. I see that one a lot. How to get your personalized golden ticket training. Setting up a vendor table. Just is so much. So don't ever feel overwhelmed or, oh, I don't know where to go or what questions. This is just stupid questions. There's never a stupid question. But this one also qualifying your client. If you're booking travel, a lot of questions can be eliminated or a lot of things can be resolved if you're qualifying your client. Every client is not the client for you, okay? They may not have a budget. You are to assist them, and helping them gather information and everything like that. But some of them, it ain't for you. Don't think the money, the headache is, yeah. So remember to qualify your client if you haven't been doing that. We're going to be dabbing into how to have a travel party. We're going to have a group travel party, but we'll talk about that later. A lot of you have heard of the IEPC system. We'll be dabbing into that. And if it feels like I'm rushing through, I do apologize. We don't want to keep you over an hour. And we have a lot of valuable information to share with you before we get off the conference. But I just really wanted to show this to you. Marketing, fortune in the follow-ups, tax deductor. I know Ms. Lane just put that up. Tax season is like 145 days away. So start preparing yourself. Get this tax deductor set up. All the receipts you have for your business, you can just put them in the tax deductor. It calculates it for you. So when you go to get that your taxes filed or whatever, all you're doing is submitting a file to them. It's already done for you. Okay? Does anyone have any questions about the website itself and what I just shared?
Can you give us the password for us that don't have it?
Yes, it is diamonds, capital D, diamonds, explode with the X, 1, the number 1. And I'll type it in the chat as well.
So it's diamonds with an S?
Yes, diamonds, explode 1. And I'll double check that because I actually created the password, so I apologize.
It is Diamonds Explode 1.
Okay.
You're right. You are right about that.
Any other questions about the website? I know that was pretty easy breezy, but a lot of people don't know about it or haven't utilized it.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Can I actually go back to the website for just 1 second? I need to point out something, but first I have to pull back up my. Okay. So at the top, over on the side, under the Entrepreneur Academy, can you go to that real quick? I think it's this showing value and tips. Can you click on that? So I don't know how many of you have actually, gone to this website, gone to our team website, but I have to ask that you please bookmark this on your computer because there's so much information here that's going to help you elevate your business. Okay. And so right there where Miss Harry is showing value, prospect quick tips. Please take a look at look at all these videos. This is going to help you with your business. And inside this, especially with, I'm not going to say especially, but, for everybody, I'm going to leave it at that. For everybody, this is going to really help you elevate your business because you have to think about, how to have a successful travel business, how to, talk to prospects and that sort of thing. The three-way call. The three-way call is so important because a lot of people fumble the three-way call. A lot of people do. And you have to know how to actually have a three-way call. So don't skip over this training because this training is so important to your business. Okay. Now scoot over to, if you would, Alicia, scoot over to training for me. All right. And so if you go down into the, let's skip the mindset. Let's go to, go down to Survivor. I think it's in the Survivor kit. Let's go down there for 1 second. Nope, it's not in there. Get out of there. All right. I'm doing this from memory, guys. I didn't actually plan on doing it. I'm trying to figure it out real quick. Well, stop right there. Go to Travel Training Cruise Group. In Grassroots, 1, we talk about booking group cruises, and you have to understand this. In the travel industry, the highest paying industry inside of the travel industry is the group cruises. And I like, for anyone that joins my team, I always recommend that they book a group cruise right away. Being new in the business, I don't care. When you come into the business, I want you to first book a group cruise, all right? Because for one, it's paying you the most, right? It's paying you the most out of the travel industry, and it's offering you, I think they pay like 16% of the actual booking. But here's the deal. It's very easy that you can earn an income of, let's say between like $250 up to $10,000. I said it right, $10,000 in travel commissions. Okay, and you get even more. Depends on the group. But the thing is, why not market your business to attract that type of income? Because think about it. We look at ourselves as being a small business or something we just started. But however, you have to think on a larger scale. You have to think of like a McDonald's. If you look at these commercials on television, McDonald's they're not stopping their advertising because they have over 1 billion people coming to their stores. They're not doing that, right? They on a consistent basis, they're marketing their business to attract clients, to attract customers to come to their business and buy and purchase hamburgers, right? So us as travel entrepreneurs, we have to have that same mindset that, listen, we have to market our business to attract clients to come to us to book travel. So on a daily basis, you have to figure out what you need to do on a daily basis to attract those clients. And we're gonna give you pointers as we go through this program. But however, you want to learn how to do that. One way to do that is group cruises. All right. And the reason why I say do that when you first come into the business, because you have to. I'm talking about ourselves. We have to believe that this business is real, right? This business is something that's going to pay our bills. So therefore, if you get a group cruise underneath your belt, where it's going to pay you thousands of dollars in income, then you know that this is real, right? And you're not going to throw in the towel and say, hey, listen, this is not working for me. I give up. No, because it is working for you. It's about how you work it and how you allow the leaders in the business to help you work the business. So book a group cruise. This is what we talked about in Grassroots 1. You want to position yourself where you're receiving income. And I think one of the beliefs that transform people's beliefs in the business is that if the business is being self-sustaining, when it's taking care of itself, right? That monthly overhead of $79.95, some of us view that as being a bill, right? It's a bill to us, right? So yes, I mean, it's adding into the type of, the amount of income that's coming to your house is taken away from that. But is it a bill? Do you realize your tax, what you're getting for the taxes, your tax deductions, can you set yourself up in this business where it's generating you $1,000 a month? So yes, you can. And so therefore, these group cruises will put you in a position to do that. And I'm not saying just book one. I'm saying the year is 365 days a year?
Yep.
Okay, 365 and 12 months. Can you book a cruise that's going out each month during the year, right? Because you want to get that type of income coming in each month. Think about this. If you have, if you know from today that 12 months from now, you're going to have $5,000 coming in each and every month of your business, then what? What does that say to you? That say that, hey, listen, I can count, what's that? 5 times 6, that's $60,000 into on top of, my income for the year. It can happen, right? People are cruising. You got all sorts of cruises. And we can talk about that later about, you want to market these cruises to attract different people that they're going to book these cruises with you. I'm just talking about your friends. I'm talking about, you have sororities, you have girlfriends cruises, guys cruises, you have, what do you call it? Say it one time.
Churches.
Yeah, you got that. You got lifestyle cruises. You got people that's traveling all times a year. If you were able to, market your cruise to this, and I'm not talking about just put it on Facebook and get lazy and lay down and say, okay, I'm gonna put this on Facebook. I'm gonna see who joined. No, you have to put it on Facebook. You have to put it on Instagram. You have to beat the pavement to go to where these people are and market your cruise, right? But you have to decide upon yourself what it's going to take for me to earn this type of income. And so it's there for you. All right. So everybody on here is a mixed breed of people. You have new people that's in Grassroots that's just started the business. You have people that's been here for a long time. But however, it does not matter where you are at. Right now, if you have not had a group cruise, you need to plan a group cruise. Okay. Plan a group cruise because that's going to pay you some amazing income. Okay.
And let me just share something really quick.
Go right ahead.
So I don't know how many people have, put out a group cruise. I know for me, I'll try to do it really quickly. So I put out like 3 cruises last year. Mm-hmm. No one signed up for my cruises. So I got discouraged. So January, we just went on a cruise. I had 5 people. People finally, start seeing me. I changed my delivery, how I was marketing, who I was marketing to, opening up more. So that's 5 people. This coming week, we're going on a cruise from the 27th to the 31st. There's 20 people going. So from 5 to 20 people. To some people that be like, oh, that ain't nothing, I've had bigger. Maybe so, but for me, that's a big deal. Not only that, I never had my friends and family support me in my business. And majority of them are family and friends. So just think of the growth you can see in your business by doing those group cruises. I put one out for next May as well. No one's really spoken yet, and that's fine, but just looking back how I started from nobody to 5 to now 20, now I'm challenging myself. I want 50 people on the next one. You know what I'm saying? So definitely group cruises, they pay a lot. And you don't have to do as much work as you would maybe a land or something like that. Just a little encouragement.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't want to get off into group cruises because I was about to go in because I'm about to give y'all the strategy that I give my people, okay, to get these group cruises. But, I had to, while you were talking, Alicia, I had to go back to my PowerPoint. I bring myself back. Okay, listen, we got 3 minutes, 3 minutes left in this Grassroots. So I can't get too far off. But listen, I have a strategy for you all that's gonna actually, I'm talking about strategy with group cruising that's gonna generate a lot of income for you guys, okay? If you apply it, all right? And so I don't want to get off into it right now, because we have to stay focused. We'll actually, circle back around, in one of Miss Alicia's trainings and talk about group cruising. And, but however, let's what I want to do right now, I want to just get off into making the shift, because that was part of our, that was part of our Grassroots 1. And so I'm going to share my screen, and we only have 3 minutes. And so I really want to we're going to go over. I don't want to go over because we promised you that we'd only be an hour, right? And I apologize for that. But we want to just get through this. I know it was an emotional meeting, and you're gonna realize this, that all the Grassroots is gonna be emotional. It's gonna pull on us. It's gonna have us looking at ourselves, because this is what happens in Grassroots. I mean, I don't know why it happens that way, but it does. And so I want to talk about making the shift, and this was in our Grassroots 1. And so those of you who have not checked out Grassroots 1, please go back and look at Grassroots 1. And so for this first meeting here in Grassroots, we're talking about Grassroots 1. That's all we're going to be talking about for the next 4 weeks is Grassroots 1, okay? And we're going to break down this thing for you and break it down, making the shift, and so that therefore that you can get the full understanding of what this book, the depth of this book, and how it can transform your mindset, actually is, okay? And so, making a shift, this book here is so powerful. It's about developing the entrepreneur mindset. And so, making a shift, that sentence there, making a shift from being an entrepreneur to making a shift from being an employee to an entrepreneur. And so, therefore, those of you, just today only, that you went inside your job, you punched in a clock today, right? You hit the time clock. Some of you may work third shift. After you get off, you're going to work. But what's happening is that you actually punching into some place where you're making someone else rich, right? You're making someone else, you're satisfying, their dream. You're on payroll, getting the minimum because they want to pay you the minimum, right? So you're getting what they're offering as an employee. But being an entrepreneur, you set your own pay scale. And so this book of making a shift, it actually it brings us up some things that's going to, have us thinking. It gets the wheel turning as to what we need to do to become that entrepreneur, to have that type of time freedom, financial freedom, and so on and so forth. And so those of you who have not listened to this audio, please go back and check out Making a Shift, okay? So inside of Making a Shift, it talks about your why. All right. What is your why? Why did you decide to start this business here with Gervais Global? What made you, what was the deciding factor? Was it that you want to travel more for less? You want to earn, some income from the travel that you're already doing? You want to have a tax write-off? Your friends and family who are booking travel, and you want to be that person to book for them and capitalize on their bookings. But why? What is your why? Is that all? No, you have to look deeper into yourself as to what is your why that you want to continue on in this business and any other business, right? Because it's not just that. And so you have to realize yourself, what is your why? Because your why is, what's gonna, here's what it is. Without a strong why, without a strong enough why, you will not have the will to continue on, right? To pursue whatever it is you need to pursue. The power of your why pushes you towards your desired goal. And so therefore, what is your why? And so I'm going to pause right there for a second. And I want volunteers to actually, comment as to what is their why? Why did they decide to get this business going? Why do they want that type of financial freedom, or whatever it is? What is it that's your driving force to continue on with this business or push you forward in life? What is your why? So if I can ask anyone to volunteer to please share with us, what is your why?
I have to say my why is I just got sick and tired of I had to break the cycle in my family of, the living from paycheck to paycheck, struggling with bills, the whole ideology of going to college to make good grades, to graduate, pay all of these student loans to get this good job that we're supposed to get, only to continue to struggle. So I just wanted to break that cycle. I am psychologically unemployable, and I'm just ready to push my business to the max and, be the first generation millionaire in my family.
Wow, Chris, thank you. And then listen, psychologically unemployable. I love that. I love that because you're not taking what people, people set the precedents for our lives, right? At our jobs, they say, hey, you do this, you do that, and that's it. I'm gonna give you this little paycheck, but you're psychologically unemployable because you decide on your own future. You decide on what's acceptable for yourself, right? And so I love the fact that you said that. I mean, that right there, I think I'm gonna get a t-shirt that says that, okay? Because that is so powerful, and because what does that mean for you? That means that you're not gonna settle for anything. You're gonna keep on pushing to whatever, whatever your desire, whatever you want is gonna be satisfied. And you're not gonna settle on what people give you. And so thank you for sharing that. I do appreciate that. Anyone else out there that's psychologically unemployable?
I'm getting that way.
Getting that way, Miss Yamika. That's right.
I'm getting that way. I'm close there. I'm close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, my why when I started out, and it still is, most importantly, my why is my son. Being a single mother, you have to set an example. You have to show your children that there are options. Of course, we probably, all of us that are on this grassroots journey probably was told, to graduate, go to school and graduate and get a good job, travel the world, live your life, and then retire, at age 62. Then it changed to 65, and I think now it's like 75 or so. And each time that I hear that, while that's all fine and dandy, I can't foresee myself punching a clock until I'm age 75. And I think the wake up call for me was after 9/11. For those that don't know, I work in the airline industry as well. So that means when 9/11 happened, many of us who were already tenured or about to be tenured, we took a significant pay cut. I myself, and I'm not ashamed to say it anymore, I took a pay cut of 47.5%. And with that, also, they froze our pension. And we're not going to ever get that back. So what will I have to live off of if I retire? If I don't have anything stacked in my 401k, that means I have nothing. So with a family, I had to look at options. And thank God this option came at the right time. So now I am stacking my business to the point where I won't have to worry about a pension any longer. And my son can see my work ethic. And now, even though he's 10, it's embedded in him to have options as well, not to worry about just a 9 to 5. He can be an entrepreneur, may not be in travel, it may be in something else, but at least he is getting the foundation. And when he sees or listens to those mindset trainings, because he hears them too, that's putting it in his head, therefore teaching him so that when he turns 18, if he doesn't want to go to college, if he chooses to become an entrepreneur, then that is his option as well.
Hmm. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. I do appreciate that. 47%, is that what you said? 47 of an income to be cut?
47 and a half. Don't leave that half out.
Half.
Yeah,
Wow.
pay cut.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that now you still have the same bills that you have in your house, but now you have half the income to support those bills, right? And life hits you hard at that moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. That's crazy. I mean, I
Big time.
I really do appreciate you sharing that,
Mm-hmm.
your testimony with us. And so thank you for that. Is there anyone else that would like to share with us your why you decide to get this business going, why you decide to push forward in this business?
Hi. You can hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
This is Melly. I am, well, I will tell you guys that's on there. I am retired and stayed at home and got bored and went back to work and then decided one day that I am psychologically unemployable too. So a friend introduced me to the traveling business because we travel quite a bit, and I did it really just to put a parts, and then realized really quickly that I could actually have a good income doing this. And so for me, my why is really to live a better life and enjoy the rest of my life since I'm retired, because we all live the dream to retire one day, and I did. And so I am loving this whole thing. I'm learning like the grassroots homework from last week was very good. And my why is really to enjoy the rest of my life doing me. That's really what it's about. And making money in the process. So I am loving this.
You living your best life, huh, Nelly?
Yes. What?
That's what's up, Nelly. I love it.
Yes.
Love it.
I love it. I love it. My goodness. Thank you for sharing that, Nelly. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for that.
Andre, I want to share a few. Some people wrote in chat really quick. I know we're over time, but these are really some good whys. Let's see here. Shalisa, I have set a goal for myself to quit my job by the beginning of the year. I have let fear stop me for too long. Diane Dodd, my why is to have financial freedom ASAP and when I retire, hopefully in 8 years. Sue Honey, my why is my special needs son. I want to be able to send him to the best schools and travel the world with him, but I want to be able to make sure he is set when I die. Lori Queen, my why is to become successful in my business and show my children how important it is to strive to be great and be the best they can be in life. My goal is to level up to my highest ability and take my business to the next highest level.
Wow.
And it's still coming. So, Tierney, our last one, my why is to teach my children not to use debt as a vehicle or a tool to get ahead, because my parents maxed out to take care of me and in debt for too long now. So good habits and investment.
Wow. Wow. Those are so powerful. I mean, each and every one of those whys was so powerful, man. And that, Lisa, I'm like feeling a certain way just hearing what people's why are. Because, we all have our personal whys, but to share one another, let you know that, hey, you're not alone in this. And what I'm going through is something that somebody else may be going through. And that is so powerful. And I want to thank each and every one of you for sharing that with us. I mean, I'm blown away with it. Okay. So to move on, your why. Okay. Is it your kids? Is it your parents? Is it financial? So, or is it you? I didn't even put that on there. Is it you? Because I have to add that now after watching that video once you started. So, is your why your kids? And this is what I want everybody to do, because at this point in Grassroots, we ask everybody to do is to buy yourself a notebook that's dedicated to Grassroots. Everybody should have a notebook. All right, so get yourself a notebook if you got one around the house. Or if you want to go buy one, a dedicated notebook for Grassroots, because there's going to be some stuff in here for the program that I want you guys to jot down. Questions, statements, whatever you want to share, whatever you want to, something that's for yourself. Get that notebook for Grassroots. And then by next session, I want everybody to have a notebook. Everybody that's on right now, have a notebook. And what I would like for you guys to do, when you purchase your notebook, in the grassroots group, say, I got mine, okay? Take a picture of it and say, I got mine. You want everybody to get their notebooks, because let me check this. This is what I want. The very first page of your notebook should be your why. And you have to make a pledge to yourself in your why. And so that pledge could be whatever your heart says, right? Whatever comes into your mind. But your why is why you decide to start this business, why you decide to pursue, what you're doing in this business. And so is it your kids? I mean, let me give you an example. All right. So if it was my kids, my pledge would be this, son, daughter, or the name of my child. I'm going to use one of my kids' names, for example. I'm going to use Diavion. Diavion, you are so important to me. I thank God for you, for giving me the gift of you. He put me on this planet because I am here just because of you. And so I will not let you down. In this business, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that you are, I'm going to stick with this business. I'm going to give it my all, because I pledge to you, because you are my why for being in existence. I pledge to you that I'm going to do all I can to become successful in this business, to make sure that you have everything that you need in pledge, right there. That's the pledge to your kids. That's my pledge. That's what I'm putting off right now. But it could be to your parents, mom and dad. Thank you so much for what you've done in my life to put me in the position that I am right now. All the things you instilled inside of me to become the best person that I can be in life. As a reward to you, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick to what I said I'm going to do. I'm going to start this business. I'm going to become successful in this business. I'm not going to let anything stop me in this business, because I will not give up on this business like you did not give up on me. I'm going to show you that I'm able to become something in life, and I'm going to make you proud. Okay, that's a pledge to your parents. Financial. Where I sit right now in my financial situation is not where my end all is going to be. Right now, I'm going to transfer all of what I have right now, the little bit I have, the lot I have, what I have right now. My situation, as it looks right now, is not going to be in the end of my journey through this business. I'm going to dedicate my time to elevating my finances in this business, that I'm going to be successful in this business. I will not give up. I will not throw in a towel. I'm going to be successful. And that is my pledge to my finances, to myself. All right. Then, like I said, to yourself, let's go back to that. To yourself. That is the last one. I didn't write it down, y'all. But however, I'm going to talk about it. So self, Andre, you can just put your name in there. Andre, I know what you've been doing. I know that, you are the everything to everybody. But however, right now and from this day forward, you're going to be everything to yourself. You're going to be everything. You're going to push yourself to your end, because you know that there's no breaking point when it comes to your success. You know that you envision your success. You know that you can hit it. No matter what life looks like right now, you're gonna succeed. You're gonna go over that obstacle to become the best that you can become. So from this day forward, to myself, I'm not gonna let myself down. I'm not gonna throw in the towel in this business. I'm gonna proceed in this business. I'm gonna succeed in this business. I will not settle for anything less. So guys, your why is what you make it. Right? Your why is what you make it. Your why is what you make it. All right. So therefore, make a pledge to wherever you make it. Pledge to yourself. Not just say my why is my kids, but what is that? Make that pledge to your kids. Make that pledge to your parents. And see, what the thing is that why I want this to be the first page in your notebook is because each and every time you open up that notebook, you want to read that why, acknowledge that why, because that why is going to drive you on to continue on in this business. Because the fact of the matter is this: I've been in the business 5 years. Every day is not a bright and shiny day in this business. Every day I don't get people that are willing to book with me. I don't get every day people willing to partner up with me. My business sits like I have like in limbo, like I don't know what's going on. But I have to realize what my why is to push me on to keep going forward in order to make it. All right. So guys, what is your why? Pledge to your why. Pledge to it. Because you're going to read that pledge every day you open up that notebook as we proceed in this program. And you're going to stick to that notebook, and it's going to push you forward in this business. Okay. All right. So I asked this commitment, and this is all following making a shift. Commitment. All right. So you have to be committed to this program. Okay. Commitment is doing the thing that you said you're going to do that you're going to do long after the mood that, I'm sorry for all the flipping things, for the mood that you said it in has faded. Let me read it again. Commitment is doing the thing that you said you're going to do long after the mood that you said it in has faded. Now, when we join the business, we're excited. We're on fire. Nothing's going to stop us. And our goal is what our goal is, right? But it comes a time as we progress in this business or any business or in life where, that excitement dies out, right? But do you have the tenacity to continue on to say, okay, yes, I don't feel excited because the reality has set in that it's not going to happen with the magic wand. Nothing's going to happen that fast. But can you continue on to pursue through those times to hit your goal? So listen, commit to this business. And we ask that you make a commitment of 1 year, okay? 1 year at least, 1 year in this business, okay? Make a commitment to yourself and to this business to be here a year from now, right? So no matter where you are in the business, being a new person or being a seasoned veteran, right? Today, day one in Grassroots starts to change in your business. Make a commitment to be here for 1 year to now and do whatever it takes to make your business successful, okay? All right, so thank you all so much. I do apologize for going over 19 minutes in this, but I have to say this, I'm so excited for each and every one of you all's future. We all are. All of our instructors here in Grassroots are excited for your future, okay? And so 16 weeks is week number 1, so we got 15 weeks to go. Your future is going to change. You're going to be somewhere different from today as you are in 16 weeks from now, all right, guys? So thank you so much for sticking in there. I do appreciate you. I do see that we have more people that have commented in the chat. And
sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I just had 2 things, so I know we're well over. One thing is that if you guys don't mind, I would like to post your whys inside of our group. And if you don't mind me sharing in our Team Explosion group, if you don't, that's fine, but I will share them in Grassroots just so it's a reminder. And also, I'm going to go live in the Grassroots group for like 2 minutes because we're well over, because today starts our playoffs as well. I don't want to forget that, so that you're keeping track of your points, okay? Because we do have a grand prize at the end. So it actually starts today, week 1, starting from today. And I'll go live to explain that a little bit. That's all I have. So thank you again for staying over.
Right. Before we get off, I have to say this. I have to acknowledge this post inside the chat. It says from Chastity, I have 3 daughters, and I want them to know that you can do whatever you want to do in this world. The stereotype of what you should do in life and not set in stone. And do not always work the way you think. I think they said think. She said think. But why not do something that you love? I love to travel. I love planning travel for others. God has created so much for us to see. I got mine. Thank you so much, Chastity, for sharing that with us. I really do appreciate you for doing that. And let's continue on, guys. Let's encourage each other, push each other. Let's do it, all right? So high five, y'all. I know y'all can't see me, but I'm throwing up the high five, okay? Oh, Grassroots 2. Do you have that for us, Alicia?
Actually, well, for Grassroots 1, so Grassroots 1, we're expanding it for 4 weeks. So we're just going to continue on next week. I'm glad you brought that up. I will not be on because I'll be on a cruise. I will try and make it on, but Miss Nancy will be taking over for me. But we're going to be talking about duplication as part of Grassroots 1, which is very important.
Well,
so the mission is to, once I go live, the mission will be to work on those playoff points, attending meetings, getting with leaders, and all of that good stuff, okay? I'll go over that live in the Grassroots. Thank you.
I'm sorry I made that mistake. It's not Grassroots 2. It's Grassroots 1.2. That's what it is. Grassroots 1.2. Right. So that means don't move on to Grassroots 2, guys. We're still in Grassroots 1, okay? Grassroots 1.2. So thank each and every one of you all. I look so forward to talking to you guys next week. please hold each other accountable. All right, if you all have not checked out Grassroots 1, if you have not checked out Grassroots, Making the Shift, you are the person who hold your accountability partner accountable. Whatever time you guys decide to talk, you need to discuss the book. Discuss what they got from the first couple chapters of that. Learn what their why is, okay? And push each other, all right? Push each other forward. We have so much for you guys in this program, all right? So I thank each and every one of y'all for being here tonight. Please stick in to the end of Grassroots, 16 weeks to go, okay? 15 weeks to go. Stick in there, okay? I promise you it's going to change your business, all right? Have a good night, everybody. Take care.
Good night, team.
Good night.